This video shows how to create an extra with a custom database table in MODX 3 using GPM. It's assumed that GPM is already installed. If that's not the case, watch the previous video first. In the console, we go to the bin folder in the GPM repo. We will create a simple package to store and display user reviews. For this, we run the command GPM-package::create simple reviews. The first argument is the directory name, the second the name of the package. We are prompted to provide additional information about the package. We enter the package version, keep the default for the lowercase package name and correct the capitalization of the PSR4 namespace. We also provide the name of the author and a short package description. A directory for the new package gets created. The directory already contains the common folder structure and some example files in it. Most of the files aren't mandatory for a working extra and could be deleted if not needed. We open the file, core, components, simple reviews, bootstrap.php. The current version of GPM creates a typo in this file. We add the missing closing bracket. Then we run GPM package::install simple reviews in the console to install the package. In the MODX manager, there should now already be a custom manager page under Extras Simple Reviews. First, let's create a database table to store the user reviews. In the folder Schema in the core directory, there is already a file with an empty database schema. We add the definition for a custom table. The PHP class name is review. The table name in the database is simplereviews_review. Besides the automatically created ID column, we add 4 more columns to the table. The column author, to store the name of the person who wrote the review. Column content for the review text. A Boolean column published for the status plus a column for the time the review got created. We save the schema. In the console, we run the command GPM simple reviews::schema. This parses the schema and creates the PHP class file in the folder src model. The class has the name review and is in the PHP namespace simplereviews_model. Next, we have to change the package configuration file in the _build folder. We add a line database:, an indented line tables:, then we add the fully qualified class name of our model class. Save the config file and run GPM simple reviews::update in the console to update the extra in MODX and add the table to the database. In phpMyAdmin we check if the table got successfully created. If you alter the database schema later, you may have to add an additional option to the update command to see the changes in the database. There exist the options Recreate DB and Alter DB. Next, we create a custom FormIt hook to be able to add reviews on the front end. In the folder Core, Components, Simple Reviews, we add a new subfolder Elements, Snippets. In it, we create a new file, simplereviewsFormHook.php. We add the code for the hook. First, we import our custom class into the current namespace. With getValues, we get an array of all the values from the submitted form. If this snippet was used in production, we'd have to add additional code to sanitize the data to avoid security issues. We create a new object of our custom class and set the values for author and content. The field published is set to false and the field created on to the current time. We save the object. If that's successful, we return true. Otherwise, we log an error to the MODX error log, add an error message to the form, and return false. Now we have to add this snippet to the package configuration file. In the file gpm.yaml, we add a new key snippets::. Then we add the name of the snippet we just created, plus a short description. The next step is to add a chunk for the FormIt form. In the directory Elements, we add a new subfolder, Chunks. And in it the file, simplereviewsform.tpl. We add the FormIt snippet tag and the HTML markup for the form. The form has input fields for author and content. In the FormIt tag, we add our custom hook to the hooks property. We make sure the two form fields aren't empty with the validate property. Underneath the FormIt tag, we output the success and error messages. Let's save the chunk and go to the configuration file. We add a new key, chunks:. Then we add the name of the chunk we just created, with a short description. Next we update the file bootstrap.php. This file gets executed every time MODX is initialized. You can use this file to add your PHP classes to the MODX autoloader, or to add your package to MODX. The line add package is currently commented out. Copy the line and replace the line add psr4 with it. The function add package already adds the classes to the autoloader, so not both lines are necessary. Save the changes. Then in the console, run the update command to update the package in MODX. We go to the MODX manager to test the current state of the package. The chunk and snippet we created got added to the MODX elements. We make sure that the FormIt extra is installed. Then we create a new resource. In it, we add a MODX tag for the chunk simple reviews form. Save the resource and open it on the front end. It should now be possible to add new reviews with the displayed form. Go to phpMyAdmin and make sure that the data gets correctly added to the database table. To output existing reviews, we add a second snippet to the package. In the folder Snippets, we create a new file, simplereviewsGetReviews.php. Then we add the snippet code. The use statement imports the custom class into the current namespace. This line reads the value of the snippet property, TPL. Simple Reviews template is the default. We will add this chunk later. We create a new query for our review class. And sort the data by the creation date in descending order. With getCollection, we query all the data. We loop over the data and parse the template chunk for each review. Then we return the result. We go to the configuration file and add the new snippet to the list. In the Chunks folder, we create a new file, simplereviewstemplate.tpl. This is the template chunk for the GetReviews snippet. We add some HTML markup for a single review. The placeholders have the names of the database columns. We use the ago output modifier for the time. In the package configuration file, we add this chunk as well. We save the configuration and run the update command in the console. In the MODX manager, we verify that the new elements were added. Then we add a snippet call for the snippet simplereviewsGetReviews to the resource. Let's save the resource and view it on the front end. Existing reviews are now displayed.